Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We're happy for you all here on Calais Battery. In front. Let's go for the place. Represent the search there. We have commando section with a tank destroyer straight at the gate. We have perfect tactical noob without a commander. We have Eric Hawani also without a commander yet, but that might change very quickly. Representing the Ethiopians there, we have triple Waffen SS with Smokey, Fabrica, and General Kaiser. See what I pick later on as this battle goes on. So far, people spreading out and securing ground, nothing too out of the usual. The Storm Pioneers are trying to push pretty far forwards, as we normally see. So it's doing a little bit of the same, but so it's also get the first tech up building here to get some Fontoviki up out of it. Also, I can see that Smokey has gone for Panzer. Not a bad choice. Panzer is pretty good. Overall, very solid commander. Varric has gone for Panzerjäger. You can actually tell what people are going now thanks to this little thing here in the unit profile. Nothing yet for the northern flank. Companions have set up a fighting position here. Which shots into the Sabbath. Sabbath are still trying to take some sandbags up. But they're going to have a little bit of a longer firefight in this area, I reckon. I think the Storm Pioneers should win that pretty handily. Sabbath's down here, meanwhile having more fights with all the Storm Pioneers. Soviet conscripts are now encountering more forces from the General Kaiser. Looks like Eric Cavani has gone for artillery. Pretty decent choice. Although artillery does lack late game in terms of armor, but they make up for that with big guns. As you would expect. They have some storm grenadiers here in the center. Pulling up behind a dead cow. Must be very stinky. Trying to take up these sappers here. But Fontoviki are slowly arriving. They're going to try and dig in with some sandbags first here. As the sappers keep them off. Storm grenadiers do much the same. Down here, we just have both sides digging in and having a firefight. The fact that the longer range firefights with cover to cover is going to last longer now means that these fights with Soviet infantry does take a while. Oh, we have some Fontoviki trying to get up here at the flank. The Storm Pioneers are turning attention. Do manage to get a grenade off. And before it's being handed out here to some of the Panzer Storm Grenadiers, I mean. Storm Grenadiers dodged the grenades. Now this Fontoviki is in trouble, so they have to pull back. Storm Grenadiers are being slowly picked off by Fontoviki and Sappers, though. Maybe the Germans can hold that position for much longer. We are getting some more Storm Grenadiers arriving here. And allows one squad to pull back as the other one takes up cover positions. The Germans just kind of stick to that position for much longer. There's some Hitler Youth squads arriving here to try and show up the front line. So it's digging in along the center here. As some normal SS Grenadiers here, unit to Panzerjäger has been called in. And find the north continues here. After this, is slowly pushing up with the Storm Grenadiers. Storm Grenadiers are far superior to conscripts after all, in most aspects, if not all aspects actually. Now we have the Hitler Youth arriving here. We have some marksman rifles being handed out here to some of the Storm Grenadier. To increase their firepower long distance. Because the marksman rifle is not affected by long distance accuracy anymore. So it's the most good weapon. Not the best weapon, but it's one of the best weapons to use to have cover-to-cover fighting on long distance. Hitler Youth are going to try and rush this Maxim here. Can they get a grenade off? No, they get pinned down. I did not make it because of that. Hopefully they're being tossed there by the Storm Grenadiers to buy themselves some time. The Germans is going to center here. This Grenadiers being pinned down here by a Maxim. So it's still trying to apply pressure across the front line. Grenadiers now on the fire from the Maxim. They are gonna get suppressed pretty quickly, I think. Yep, there you go. Maxim's got a good angle here on one of the models, as you can see. A lot of cover covering that. They still get down to the ground. That's not just gonna allow the Fontoviki to start advancing. Storm Grenadiers have to make a run for it. Infantry force set up behind to cover them though. Perfect tactical noob has gone for shock. Also a very good choice. Shock is a pretty competent commander. Has a little bit of everything. Conscripts having a firefight here with some Storm Grenadiers. Storm Grenadiers should win that, but the Conscripts will last for a while behind cover. Especially this long range. The Storm Grenadiers will take a long time to pick them off. There's more Storm Grenadiers coming up. This one in an MG42. Pick up behind the stone fence. Trying to get on an angle that can support, I imagine. And is that going to try and use the sandbags here? Once the MG42 gets in position, they can suppress the conscripts. If they can get some good shots in. They have to reload it though because it only has 50 rounds in the drum. There's two pull back though. Germans are having a continued firefight here. EPM equipped on the Fonzweg inside the house. Maxims on the retreats. Storm Grenadiers with the MP40s. The field here. There's a flamethrower handed up here. I remember for 41. Ooh, yeah, they're gonna try and make a run for it. Can they get close enough? I think they can. They're doing a great assault rather than using the flamethrower. Was the great assault was the right choice though? MG has been cleared out. No more max in there. Storm Pioneer still probably should pull back. Port headquarters has considered by the for necessity in the south. Coming in the center here. Going to put up 48 headquarters across the front line. Allow them to maintain their field presence pretty handily. Let's also get some shots at the SS Grenadiers who are just trying to dig in. Once again, getting some fairly accurate shots, but it's still long range. Did take out the sandbags though. Well, SS Grenadiers are also moving up. Nothing too much out of the ordinary there. SS Grenadiers are lower quality infantry than the Storm Grenadiers, but they're reliable enough. Also fairly cheap for what they can do. So, don't underestimate them because of that. They're more akin to Wehrmacht's Volksgrenadiers and normal Grenadiers, I reckon, with how they operate. Do arrive with Panzerfaust though, which is handy. The infantry force up here, but it has no cover. Makes it an easy target for the services, they can target it down. Mines will be laid on the flank here by the Mthis preparing ahead. Like the Germans are also pushing pretty far down here, laying some mines quickly. The T-70 has arrived. The Germans stop at T-70. That's maybe a big question here. We do have a lieutenant coming up behind as well. MG54 is almost cleared out here, but does no, it does not manage to back off. That's somewhat of a loss there for the Mthis. We have a maximum team here for the artillery division, and we do have some specialized heal troopers being prepared as well. MP40 armed Storm Pioneers out in the open. They have no cover there. That said, the Sabers are sucking an aim at the moment, but the MP40s are slowly winning over. No, and I'm gonna want to stay in that fight. Now the center, the SS Grenadiers still holding on. Who have an MT42 behind them. There's some shock troopers here in the field, so unique to shock army. Pretty high quality infantry, some of the most expensive, but most high quality infantry the Soviet Union has access to. And do a lot of work. Maybe we could with a DPM by the looks of it. And it's a little bit of a longer range combat role, but the MT42 is still going to be a problem for them. You have double shock troopers being prepared behind this. That's a lot of high quality infantry. Like an artillery strike is being called here by the Soviets. That's going to be a very big artillery strike, because Soviet artillery strikes are generally fairly sizable. Not the most accurate, but as you can see, pretty big barrage. But the Germans have pulled back to a safe location. Fighting continues across the front line. Also the PMs, and we also have the specialist penal troopers here. Unique to artillery. These are actually high quality penal troopers, not your cannon fodder. These are equipped for specialized roles like assaulting very specific positions. Also equipped very accordingly. There's a kind of a misconception that penal troopers were used just as meat shields. They were also used for other specific tasks. Some of them were actually quite well equipped for the task at hand. They were expected to, you know, get the job done. Or die trying. ND-42 equipped in a Sturmgrenadiers, you know, Kaiser has yet to pick a commander. I guess they're holding off on it. Nothing wrong with doing that, to be honest. It's an entirely viable option. Let's try and have the microphone back there. I want to see if that affects anything. I'm tried a lot to try and see if I can get the mic settings to be as good as possible. But I'm not getting enough feedback to really get a good idea of it. So if you watch this far and listen to me, like, give me a comment and see what you think about the mic quality. I've started to use OBS more to try and normalize the sound, so hopefully that's doing a good enough job. At least I can hope so. Lots of shock troopers gearing up here. Instead of a forward shock encampment here, and some medic stations up behind as well. That's a lot of shock troopers. They've been equipped with DPMs. They are more equipped for long-range combat, as I've said. They're going to assault the northern flank. You have certain stands of the game. We also have some stormtroopers in the field here. Better higher quality if you're able to all Waffen-SS commanders. Expensive though, but pretty good at what they do. Getting another upgrade depending on what commander you pick, so... And the shock troopers on the move here. That's a lot of shock troopers. I don't think the Germans are prepared for this. Because that is suddenly a lot of shock troopers. They should probably be equipped with PPS-8s with how close they're getting, but oh my god! The DPMs are ripping into the Germans. Yes, the DPM is fairly cheap compared to full PPS-8 right now. They can still get some old PPS-8s on the side though. They're laying down a lot of damage here. Holy crap, those DPMs are doing a lot of work. Just made a hole here for the Soviet Union to utilize. Because the shock troopers can just break suppression thanks to their Stalin ability. And very potent at just pushing through a line. Unless they went into a minefield or something. I mean, so lots of automatic weapons that didn't really point at the way they're coming in. They've managed to thread the needle of machine gun fire in that area. Oh, yeah, the northern flank just lost everything because of this. I think the Soviets might have this up here. Oh, holy shit! These shock troopers just did a lot of work. Shock troopers do lack anti-tank capabilities. That's kind of one of their big weaknesses. Like the SS Grenadiers moving up to shut the front line up here now after that little assault there from the shock army. So it's instead of a 4 HQ down here. I wonder how long that'll last against the Hitler Youth. First SS. But the first SS is sticking in with the bungas along the front line down here. Trying to do some area denial. Yes, SS trying to re-secure their ground up here. More specialist penal troopers are being prepared by the Soviet Union. Shock troopers are gearing up for another assault. And with how close they got, I would recommend getting the other PPS-8 just on top of the DPM. Then that's a lot of extra firepower on them. But I don't expect to do that well with the DPM. I suppose they should have probably expected something. The DPM is still a machine gun. It has a very weird look to it. And now the Germans have to get all the equipment back here. At least most of the equipment is recoverable. Need to get this squad fully loaded up. Not looking good for the Waffen-SS. Before it does suppress, and we also have the heavy flak here on the Panzer HQ. This guy is trying to come up though to try and get shots on it. Get some shots in there. T-54-76 have been prepared. So we do have a Hauptsturmführer for the Waffen-SS trying to keep an eye on the front line, but he's being pinned. The Soviets are trying to push up, but their Valentine tank fails. The Germans are somewhat dug in after all. Also the Panzerjäger nearby. Trying to find the Soviet positions. We do have a Panzer 48 in the field for the Waffen-SS, several Panzer 48s actually. Doctor's doing another assault here. Breaking through the machine gun. Using the instant grenades. The shock troopers are very lethal. But for their cost, they should be. They are very expensive infantry. I think they're 400 apiece. Can I check? Where's the building? Yep, they're 400 apiece. Which is pretty damn expensive for the Soviets to do. Normally Soviet squads are fairly cheap. But 400 manpower is pretty expensive. Infantry Force 76 arriving on the northern flank. Pushing for the flag headquarters. But killing the gunners inside. That's going to be another big issue here for the northern flank of the Waffen-SS. We don't really have the equipment at the moment. Or the units. Hungarians do not have a Panzerfaust equipped, so this T-34 is going to be able to just cause all the trouble again. Need some more anti-tank equipment. Still no command shares. They are getting upgraded with a Panzerfaust, but it might be too late. I don't think they can save this HQ. Precious Penals are pushing on the machine gun up here. Having some losses on their approach, but they do get close enough. Oh, mine prevents the sappers from getting further. Still, that machine gun fire is enough here. I think. Going a grenade there. That was close. Panzer HQ will go down, I think. I don't think the Germans can save it. Like their bravest attempt. Oh, Panzerfaust goes up. Nope, that's not destroyed enough. Or damaged enough, rather. That's not looking good here for the Germans. One more shot should do it. Yep, that's the Panzer HQ down. People Panzer arriving here to support the northern flank, though, from another SS player. They're calling the southern flank. The Waffen-SS in the southern flank lost most of their infantry. They have got 3 Panzer GAs being prepared. We're going to see some kind of Panzer push down here. Right. Being equipped with MG42s at the top. I think it's an MG42. Yep. That's a lot more firepower. So that's 2 MG34s and an MG42 on them. I think it's MG34s that's inside the hull. I could be mistaken. Could also be MG42s. We have the Panzer IV ramming up here north as well. House of Fear overseeing it. Panzer IV is doing an assault across the open field. They're even doing the Blitzkrieg. But the Soviet infantry do have anti-tank grenades. Taking out the oh, they took out the assist gun. And now that's actually not going to stop them. They're just going to roll over the Soviets. Once it's going to set them back here. But all the machine guns and the Panzer IVs are just working out here. Poke popped on one. He needs to now push for the other assist gun. And he, oh my god, this reverse there from Smokey. Now this is good uses of Panzer IVs working together, holy shit. The machine guns are just too much. Like, it is a lot of machine guns on these things. That's how you use Panzer IVs with a Blitzkrieg assault. Damn. Very good job there. Soviets were not prepared for it. There's some anti-tank hunters being called in from the HQ here, infiltrated. They will be able to take up one with a Panzerfaust, I think. Oh, they hit one, but they don't hit the damage one. Now the MG42 is a trail down, and I think that's a dead squad. You have to consider getting out of there. Hitler U-Force nearby. They take out the guards. Looks like they do. And the Panzer Force have to return for repairs. There were some Soviet shock troopers. I'm not sure what the shock troopers are going to do. Shock troopers don't really have anti-tank equipment. And this is just easy targets for the Panzer Force. Like, very easy targets for them. But the assist gun is being rolled up, but can it arrive soon enough? That's the question. Oh, these machine guns just ripping into the shock troopers. See right there. It's gonna open fire, but I think the Panzer IV is just gonna go for it. Smokey is not shy. High explosive rounds being loaded. Very good coordination with these Panzer IVs. We have an SU-85 reminding though, which the Panzer IVs need to outflank and don't try and duel with at range. We will up here the T-34s and KVs are having a fight with the German defense. German defense so far is holding, but it looks like they've lost a lot of it. So it's too focused on the Panzer IV engagement down here. Like we're seeing, but up here seems like a lot of action has happened as well. Let's get some repairs. We have some Panzer Grenadiers here. Good to see. It looks like Kaiser's also gone for a tank destroyer. We have two Panzerjägers here for the Mthis. It's a very good squad, the Panzerjäger tank destroyer. Panzer Grenadiers, I mean. The 17th, they got some really good equipment. It's fairly costly. Took F8 arriving here. Might help show up the front line. Building us on fire up there, denying it for both sides. This Maxim's gonna last long. And the Sturm Grenadiers got some sights on it with an MG42. Okay, might be able to make it thanks to the bush. Looks like it. Barely so. Took F8 on the move. We do have an artillery gun be set by the artillery division. Like in a graveyard, no less. Even focusing up at the stock. But the stock is now made to assist gun. And the artillery gun is firing as well. US and the SU-85s on the southern flank now supporting shock troopers. Ready to try and get some ground back for the Soviet Union. Targeting the Panzer Grenadiers who are not prepared for this. Shock trooper kill teams are very dangerous by the looks of it. They also gonna buff each other every time they get the Heroes of the Soviet Union perk. And with SU-85 support, there's not really much the Panzer IVs can do apart from a big flank. Now the Panzer IVs could certainly just do a Blitzkrieg maneuver and flank around and drive around the SU-85s. Totally viable. Because these shock troopers are not going to be able to do anything to the Panzer IVs. We have a Panzer... No, that's a Stug G heading southwards. But the Panzer IV is going to head to the northern flank here for some kind of Blitzkrieg maneuver. Perhaps the center here. They might realize there's not a lot of anti-tank equipment here. The stocks are heading southwards. Shock troopers on the rear retreat. G5 notices stock. Tries to attack ground. You know, the Panzer IVs are blitzkrieging. Not actually blitzkrieging yet. Machine guns are opening fire. Keep it on the flank. Look what shut down the Panzer IV. Now the problem with the Panzer IV-J is, despite being quite the same tank as the Panzer IV-H, its turret is hand cranked, so as you can see the turret turns very slowly. Unlike the Panzer IV-H, which has an electrical turret. It's just a cheaper Panzer IV-H for the, you know, for worse turret, that's really it. Apart from that, it's the exact same tank. Same cannon, same armor, and that kind of stuff. I'm getting good shots on that T-34. That T-34 is holding up pretty well. SU-85 is trying to get on the flank, but the Grenadiers nearby to prevent that. T-34 might be in trouble now. Yeah, gets taken out. The SU-85 is being covered thanks to the Grenadiers. Panzer IV needs to roll back for some repairs. But the shock troopers cannot really do much against the Panzers. But here the Soviets are still gathering more units and just digging in for the moment. Stug F8 pushes up. I think the Stug F8 could actually be a threat because it fires high explosive rounds. It's a good counter to the shock troopers, actually. Yeah, almost takes out the... And it took out the squad there. IS-2 is coming up behind us, though. But 3 Panzer IVs working together could probably outmaneuver an IS-2. We have a Boiler Panzer Sherman on the field as well. Not sure how if they would ever have seen action on the eastern front, but who knows. Just got heavy tech up going on here for the Mthis. They might be trying to go for Panzer, Jagdpanzer, a Jagdtiger to be specific. Maybe on the push up here. Because the German infantry have no defense against at the moment. It's gonna burn them. One pack has been grabbed here, but I don't think that could be enough to stop a KV-8. Decided to keep pushing. Now 2 packs down. The council also established here for the Soviet Union. They've turned this church into a forward headquarters of theirs. They're dropping in more weapon supplies for themselves, ammunition. To get fit on the move with some storm and panzer grenadiers. Just trying to apply some pressure here. There's a assist gun nearby though. Oh, that's the heavy artillery. It's the Soviets are just going to drop the heavy artillery here in the center. Close to it. I'd actually be immediately on the center. I think close they're stuck. Like the panzer forces on the move again. Also got a panzer grenadiers now ready to support. You equip fully with some Sturmgewehrs. These Uni-5s could make a complete stop of the panzers if they can lock them down. Nice to the center here. High explosive takes out the stock. Forces the high explosive shells inside to just detonate. Now the Sherman is in trouble. The IS-2 should be feared. This is a very dangerous tank to fight against. I think it's the heaviest vehicle the Soviet Union has available. Might be the Allied tank with the heaviest armor in the game, I think. Even more heavily armored than the Churchills. Certainly do a lot of work for itself. Now the artillery going on as well. It does take a while to load between shots though, and it's very inaccurate as you can see. It needs infantry support, so it has to pull back for now, I think. The risk it there. Not good at shooting at trenches, as you can see. But that howitzers. KV got spotted there by the pack. Sturmgewehrs are being handed out here to the Sturmgrenadiers. Unique upgrade if you're playing as Panzerjäger. It actually gives you the Sturmgewehrs, which is a really damn good upgrade for them. Go figure, the Sturmgewehr is an amazing weapon. Panzer forces are lining up, but they're not deciding to engage yet. They know there's a lot of anti-tank now. They're after all fighting against an anti-tank commander, which is not really the best matchup for Panzer. You can make it work. Get into the right situation. I certainly think these Panzer forces have been used quite well with their Blitzkrieg. That's for certain. I think also moving around on Blitzkrieg makes you harder to hit while you're doing it. That's what I remember. Might be mistaken though. Bad for the few scratches it got from the last little engagement. It was not really much of an engagement, but no. Panzer is just screening ahead here for the Panzers. Yes, there might be too much here for the Panzers to attack head on. Good shock troopers on the move again. Diligently on the move constantly. And to push on other flanks. Doing a for Stalin push there. That's a really good idea for the shock army to do this, because it means they can help the other ally, the other side's push at any point. Because at some point you might suddenly have a bunch of shock troopers showing up, wrecking your line. And like this. Good grenade though, that's gonna buy themselves a little bit of time. And shock troopers are just very accurate with those DPMs actually. It does feel a little bit bloppy in my opinion. But we don't about allowed them their force back. IS-2's on the move. These Stormtroopers against good shots in there with the Sturmgewehrs. IS-2 misses, and the Stormtroopers do not want to be there. Not near an IS-2. Oh, that's a bad retreat path. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Looking for 26 pushing up down here. Panzer Division is getting a Tiger tank. That will certainly help them. KV8 pushes on the northern flank here. After this is not really having a lot of luck in the northern flank, but a Jagdtiger has arrived. That'd be enough to save them. Or at least stabilize this front. I suppose we'll find out soon enough. More T-34s are pressing about, just trying to annoy the front line. The Panzer IVs are being delocated somewhere else, probably northwards. Tiger tank has arrived as well. Austin is trying to apply some pressure, but gets hit by a T-34-76. Now the Jagdtiger is also being prepared. That's going to be double Jagdtiger in the field here. That's a lot of super heavy armor here for the Germans. KV8 is just causing issues here with the flamethrower. Panzer IVs are on the move, but I don't think they'll be able to arrive there in time. Austin gets cleared out, and the Panzer HQ goes down, but the Jagdtiger has arrived on the field, so it's not really that much of a loss anymore. KV8 gets taken out there. No surprise, that's a very big gun, and other Panzer IVs here, but it's a support. They're going to try to overrun the northern flank here. They need infantry though. Just have panzers. Need infantry to come up behind it, even alongside it. Meanwhile, the shock troopers are forcing a push in the center with the IS-2. The IS-2 is taking some hits. Just the pack got a lucky shot in. Deflection damage will start to stack up over time, so IS-2 can risk there forever. Oh, the Panzer IVs on the flank here. They want to try and go for that IS-2, I think. There's lack of 80 here in the center, after all. Explosive clears up the cover here for the Soviets. And the Panzer IVs are going for it. They're going for it. They need to keep applying the pressure. They need one more penetrating shot. Well, explosive does not destroy the Panzer IV. Oh. Boy, the Panzer gets taken out. Panzer IV still going for it. One gets taken out, but the IS-2's down! Oh, the IS-2 down. That's a very big loss there for the Soviet Union. Panzer IV's going to try and circle around and get back. Popping smoke. And return to the own lines for repairs. What a drive by Blitz there. Smokey is very good at just using the Panzer IVs as a constant moving force here. Both sides have like a player that's very good at just keeping on the move. With the shock troopers here from Tactical, Perfect Tactical Noob, just aiding wherever they can, and the Panzer IVs just constantly pushing in somewhere else and driving away. Very good mobility. And the Soviets here. You can see the Capitan is calling in a very big strike. It's going to be 122mm, probably around here. Yep. Gonna flatten this area. I don't think the Soviets are prepared for this. Not the Soviets, the Germans are prepared for this. No, never mind. They have a Tiger tank down here and some Hitler Youth and Panzer guys. But I don't think the Tiger tank should push up like this. Then against 85s. Never mind. It takes on an 85 and pushes back. Perhaps I'm mistaken. But all the units up here, I got flattened with the ground. Eighty-five did get taken out. Well, it's not directly a point and click because the captain has to stand still to call it in. And you get a lot of warning because the Soviet artillery strikes do have warning shots. So you know it's coming. That's kind of the big thing about the Soviet artillery strikes. Also, unlike the other factions, like let's just say as a hypothetical, like let's say there's an officer here and they want to bomb something here. All other commanders of all their factions can do it over terrain as long as their vision. Soviet officers need direct line of sight. They would not be able to do that. They would need to stand here and see it to do it. That's a very big difference. So if you're hit by a Soviet artillery strike, it's kind of your own fault because you get enough warning that it's happening. But the Soviet artillery strikes are the most powerful to compensate for that. Soviet artillery strikes are absolutely insane and bonkers for the amount of firepower they call in. Oh, we have a big panzer. Double Jagdtiger in the center. Oh, God. But they are lacking in infantry support. Panzer force on the move here. What the hell can the Soviets do against this? Oh, the fortunate thing is the Jagdtiger is not really the best against infantry. I suppose that's what the Panzer force is there for. That's it, a good big high explosive round will still do a lot of damage. You can tell. Panzer force are somewhat being zeroed out by the Mthis guns. You have some storm grenadiers coming up behind. Try and get some ground back. Also, artillery strike is going in though. Hikes was surrounded the Sys gun almost staying out. Good job there from Smokey. These short-terms just do a lot of work. These short-terms are really lethal. You would expect for the cost. Another Panzer IV arriving here. Panzer IV has to pull back for repairs. The artillery lands. Oh, that was a good artillery strike. That actually did a lot of damage to the Jagdtiger. Hans gonna use to secure the center here. Artillery gets called in. It's called in by who? Oh, by these. Oh, it's gonna be a super huge one. This one takes 2 minutes to call in. But this is a pretty huge one, as you can see. Damn! Oh my god! But yeah, that took 2 minutes to call in. So that officer stood there for 2 minutes without being interrupted. If he was interrupted at any point, that strike would not have happened. That's the unique shock captain ability, which is, as you can see, 240 munitions. That is very expensive. But if there was like a lot of fortifications here, all of this is just gone. Just flattens the part of the map. That's exactly what you should use it for. Oh, the storm grenadiers are gonna get killed there, yeah. Or storm grenadiers are trying to hold the line though. The Soviets are slowly creeping up. Having that artillery support really helps. That is a lot of artillery guns here. They're supposed to do have artillery commander in the field, so it makes a lot of sense. We have a command half-track around here for the buff this Panzer Division. What abilities they really get, but there's just precision barrages and such. Panzer force are heading to the northern flank along to the Jagdtiger, good to see. I like how active Smokey is in keeping their Panzer force on the move. They're supporting wherever they need, but they also need to support alongside them. But no, that's not easy to do with all the artillery going in. Over penetration there on the Panzer IV, Hexpress runs loaded on the Sys gun. One thing up, we do have the command half-track moving alongside it. The command half-track will actually work out for it, I think. The command half-track can capture terrain, unlike tanks. Last to get some ground as they push up with the vehicles. Panzer IV is doing a really good job here, actually. Doing another blitz. Oh, this is going to clear it out. Probably should get some more Panzer IVs. This is actually working out really well. They're actually getting close to the artillery guns. They're actually within threat range. These Panzer IVs are doing an amazing job. Now they can threaten the howitzers. I think the Soviet artillery command is actually in trouble. They don't have enough to cover this. These guns are being rolled up to try and stop this. But the gun's under threat. Attack is also secured ground. Oh, engine burning there. That's not good. That could be the end of that Panzer IV. This guns are running close. They're a little bit too close. Hexpress rounds being loaded. This gun's getting a little bit too close, I think. Yeah, that's one cleared out. Not sure what the other one is doing. But the Soviets have lost a lot of units up here in the north very suddenly. This Panzer IV is still having trouble because it's engine damage. One gets taken out there. But the machine guns are really doing a lot of work here. Oh, but that's an SU-85 down there. The Germans have secured some ground again thanks to their command half-track and the Panzer force. This is going on, we do another push in the center, boy, the Panzer and Panzer 4 with the Jagdtiger support. Which for the center, SU-5 is quickly rolling around to try and help. Picks up the boy, the Panzer. Now has to be careful of that Jagdtiger. Hitting great going in the Panzer 4, taking it out. The Soviets have lost a lot of units very quickly. The Germans have done some work, but the Germans still lacking in some places. I'm not actually going on the southern flank, which allows the Germans to somewhat focus on supporting up here. And have that calls in artillery strike. It's also arrived very quickly, or it's called in very quickly. Ideas are ready to push up and get some ground again. But the howitzers just keeps yelling as well. So it's just continuously letting out shells towards the German lines. Tiger tank tries to push to the southern flank, but SU-5 really makes that not an easy thing to do. 85mm gun can easily penetrate the front of the Tiger very easily at range. The Tiger tank really is just not equipped for this, as you can see. I feel the Panther would be a better choice in long-range engagement front to front against the SU-85s. Just a personal opinion. Also, oh, it's an SU-100. Never mind, that's why it's still the Tiger so quickly. It's an even bigger gun. I think there's actually very few German vehicles that can stand up to an SU-100. Prolongedly, I suppose the Jagdtiger could. The Jagdtiger is the most heavily armored vehicle in the game frontally. I think nothing else actually matches the frontal arm of the Jagdtiger. Oh, command have taken a signal. Probably pull that officer back. So try to push it with some Siberians, but get pushed back by the German defenses. These Panzergrenadiers are pretty well fortified here with their scope Sturmgewehrs. Should allow them to actually win out most long-range engagements thanks to it. As I don't think the long-range Sturmgewehrs are affected by the range combat thing. They should be very accurate even at range. Of course, if Siberians, and Siberians are pretty damn good on their own. So that push around the flank could be... they're trying to get into heavy cover. Also, we have another big artillery strike being prepared here by the Capitan. Here comes the super heavy. Trying to open up the way before the Soviets push. Yeah, should push up behind us. Well, he needs some infantry to push up alongside it, I think. So much smoke there. So much smoke. Not looking good here for the Germans all of a sudden. But you never know. Jagdtiger is being relocated southwards to try and help or at least get repairs. Well, the artillery guns keep roaring again. Yeah, I think the reason for that is that there's actually... the Soviet voice acting does not actually account for the Jagdtiger, unfortunately, because the Jagdtiger was not in the game when the Soviet faction did it. So they never added new voice lines, unfortunately, which is unfortunate. And it's understandable, it's a fairly old game at this point. The company history is actually fairly old at this point, surprisingly. I feel old. I hope you all feel old alongside me. IS-2 is trying to push up here. They're going in. It should be noted the German artillery strikes are a lot cheaper than the Soviet one, which is why the Soviet one does so much. The German one's cheap, short cooldown, and are fairly quick to call in. The Soviet one is not. That's a B4. That is a huge ass gun. That's the heaviest artillery piece you can get in the game, I think. Unique to shock army. It's probably aiming around here. Ah, yeah, it's trying to take out the Jagdtiger. I think if I can get a direct hit on the Jagdtiger, it will kill it. At least heavily damage it, but the chances of that are very low. It's not a very accurate gun. Move. Coming in. It's not gonna hit. I also think it only fires 3 shells per volley for 120 munitions, so that's fairly costly. Not cheap to keep those artillery pieces going. Northern flank of the Mthis is still suffering heavily under these artillery strikes. I feel like the Smoky should get some more Panzer IVs potentially. That would probably work out really well with their Blitzkrieg tactics, but I guess they're changing their mind at the moment, trying to figure out another tactic. They're building up some fuel caches, which could allow them to get some more vehicles easier. Second IS-2 is being prepared. The captain its way. He needs a lot of resources for that artillery. Not gonna happen. He is saving up there though, so he might actually soon have it. Not really. Guess not using munitions and anything else really. Not using munitions and anything else, you can kind of get it fairly quickly. It does take 2 minutes to call in, so you need to really plan accordingly when you use it. Not cheap. Not fast. Look at all these howitzers. Soviet Union is just being relentless with all these howitzers. Looks like an ish. That was KV that went down here. Just the Panzer Division has kind of dug in it quite heavily. Oh yeah, the Tiger should not have this engagement. You don't want to risk having a firefight with SUs on range like this. Especially SU-100s. SU-100s are not an easy tank destroyer to fight. Because the Aufklar is present, trying to keep eyes on the area, but it's not enough. What can the Germans do at this point? It's kind of just evolved into the Soviets shilling the German positions. The Germans kind of need to fight back because they're just going to get shelled to oblivion the longer they wait. They give the Soviets more time to build up their forces. Of course, in their position, it's very hard to figure out what to do. Oh, Soviet recon and German Aufklar spot each other. A German lieutenant on the flank here. Can use a supply break. But as soon as enough, get it up around the point. That said, they will be able to take out this point here. Oh my god, these Panzer are doing a lot of good work. Let's take 30 seconds to call this in, and that will neutralize that point. Of course, the Soviets, as I said, are not really gathered around it, so... That here can get some good shots on the IS to see if I can see him. Also, some rockets got in as well. Man, those rockets did a lot of work. That did take out that point and neutralize it. There was at least done that. IT is still moving up to try and get shots on the ISs. ISs remain fairly strong. Auto lands around the German tanks. Hauptsturmführer is going to try and do some kind of a Luftwaffe strike. Against the Luftwaffe. Do some straights with the Stukas. Not doing too much. Doctor was pushed up here. There's not a lot of to actually stop them. Panzer Force could move down to try and do so. The MT-42 does its best. They're currently not able to be suppressed though. Just for a bit. Now they can be suppressed. That here can get some good shots there on the IS-2. The IS-2 is not really that good at dealing with something like the Jagdtiger. Germans have denied this point to the Soviets. They're still going to try and move to take it though. Fire tank is almost repaired. These Siberians are getting some work done too. They're pretty good long-range infantry after all. Step. At 120, I feel like the Stuka dive bomb should probably arrive a little bit quicker and probably not be that expensive, personally. That's a shorter cooldown and it would be a good idea. Feels like it's not that good. It's very situational. Sometimes the enemies just not crowd around the victory point anyway. That's actually just destroy the point, you know, like how Scorched Earth does it. That'd be a cool effect. Maybe so people actually have to repair the point. Yeah, that would be a nice touch. But I doubt we'll ever see that. Might be a little bit too difficult. The Acti is trying to push up here, that could be risky. Several systems are pointing at it. It will do deflection damage. Actually, does get cleared out. The Acti just has to pull back after that. This console uses it. Oh, that's actually an SU-76. We don't get to see the SU-76 that much. That's cool. So there's like Smoke is going back to getting some Panzer Force or Blitzkrieg action. I like to see it. A new change to long range combat, as you can see, makes these firefights last a lot longer. Just like geared up. All the heavy artillery sites are starting to take a toll here on the German heavy armor. Get repairs more. Principal back to heal up. Get inside there. Cover. Reduce damage from artillery, good to see. Panzer Force on the move though. Probably preparing for some kind of white. Oh, they're gonna try and go for the artillery pieces, I think. Get all the way around here and then push in. That's actually really smart if that's what their plan is. Because they need to take out those howitzers. Those howitzers are playing a devastating blow here to the Germans. That was on the flank. I don't think the Sabres can win that fight despite being equipped with PPS Sages, but I could be wrong. The Panzergrenadiers gets very good shots in. Here comes the Siberians. The Luftwaffe is also coming in. Not really hitting much. If the Panzer Force start pushing up here, they could actually pose a lot of issues here for the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union is not prepared for a push up there at the moment, I think. Push a lot down here and still repairing the ISS. This shock troop is also waiting for this next big artillery strike from the Soviet Kapitan. The Panzer Force on the move. Only one sysgun. I see, never mind. Yeah, there is only one sysgun. Oh god, the Soviets are not prepared for this. Machine guns are rolling in. Smokey proves that you don't need to go for the heaviest armor to be effective. Panzer Force can generally get the job done pretty damn well. Now they're fighting the Soviet howitzers. This going on, there's also a little bit of a push in the center here. Goes trying to pressure. Soviet Kapitan might actually have to consider stopping that barrage potentially. Or no, he can keep it going and then it might actually happen while the Germans are assaulting. Might actually be a good idea for the waiting for the Soviets to happen. Oh god! Panzer Force taken out. The Panzer Force pushing through up here. There's not much the Soviets can do to stop it. The howitzers are being cleared up by the machine guns. The Soviets need to quickly relocate vehicles. They are trying to get an SU-100 up there. The Soviet Kapitan is still trying to call the artillery strike, but the Germans should now know it's there. They can actually see him doing it. I don't think they can stop him. Yeah, Panzer Force gets cleared out. And the super heavy barrage is going to have you, but the Germans can easily move back now from it. Now the Panzer Force continue their rampage up here. Even Force N6 is called in to try and stop it. Here comes the ISS. And the Panzer IV should probably consider pulling back. Don't want to be nearby when the ISs show up. The ISs will do a lot of damage, as you can tell. Jagdtiger's moving out to try and support. Panzer IV's in trouble here. It's gonna try and make a go for it with Blitzkrieg. IS got a good shot there. Jagdtiger's gonna try and go for a shot here. Good rearmor shot. That's another Panzer IV. Panzer IV's good thing now. But the Soviets did lose practically all their artillery cover, which is a huge win for the Germans at the moment, which is allowing them to move up. Not going to be under as much pressure for a while, but the Soviets are quickly trying to get back on their howitzers. They know they need to get these howitzers online. They don't have those online.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies. We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Howitzers are just flying short range here. They're just trying to do everything they can. Southern flank remains somewhat moved. Austin here got pinned down there as he was trying to use it to strike. His twos are quickly getting repaired. Jagdtiger and Panzer IV on the move. More Panzer IVs riding with some Panzer Grenadier support and some Grenadiers as well. I feel the Soviets are actually just slowly losing momentum after they lost their howitzers like that. Probably prepared to... Oh, that was a close range shot. Did not do that much damage though. Because I feel the Soviets should have prepared some more anti-tank equipment right here just in case. And perhaps move the howitzers a little bit further back. Always hard to judge. Yeah, his twos are certainly still being a threat. At very least attempting to be. The Jagdtiger pushes up here. Shock troopers are not going to work out well with that Panzer IV nearby supporting it. It's actually very smart that they have a Panzer IV supporting the Jagdtiger here. The Panzer IV is just very versatile. We get to see people use it a little bit more. Sometimes it feels to get overshadowed pretty quickly. The Panzer IV is actually pretty damn competent at what it does. Also, for stock coming up here, I do like stocks. Stock life. Ooh. That is an ISG 152 on the southern flank. Now that is a very heavy weapon. Like, could probably even threaten a Jagdtiger. And it can swap between high explosive rounds and AP rounds, I think. Currently it's an AP rounds, probably to try and deal with the Tigers. It's just really good at any purpose you might use it for. Not as armored as you'd think, however, but it is very good at dealing with German tanks with this AP round. Probably to 18 rounds now to try and break through the defense. The Tiger can get down here. Yeah, that turns out. Oh, Pack got a good shot there. As I said, it's not as armored as you'd think. So Soviets need to be a little bit cautious with it, but that's why they have the SG-100s, I suppose. To cover it from the Tigers. Get the terrain. Tigers gonna try and go for a shot here. Gonna be very risky. Just a daze. SG-100 is gonna take a shot. And... oh, he lost sight. Ooh, not good. SG-100 gets taken out. That's some artillery going in. Ooh, and SG-152 gets taken out. And now that's actually an opening smoke you can make use of. They just need to take out that other one. Target 6 out. Oh, now this is a big issue here. Now command section is suddenly the one in trouble. Battles can shift in a heartbeat sometimes. That little artillery strike actually saved the Smokey there, I think. And then a grenade assault going in.
A squad of
This is where we do have recon planes flying overhead, activating the ISs. Ramming attempt here from the Soviets. Might be a little bit too long. No, it actually does ram, but it doesn't help much.
We are suffering vehicle.
And the Arctic is taking shots on the ISs. The Arctic up here might have issues with the Soviets getting close, but I think it's going to be able to make it. ISs cannot hold up against the gun of the Yak Tiger. So they're trying to get this IS up and going again, but that's not going to be an easy thing to do. Well, down here, the Tiger tanks are pushing up. I feel the southern flank of the Soviets are about to collapse until it gets called in. Like as I said, this thing recharges pretty damn quick. So you can use this strike really frequently. It's also very cheap. Like 25 munitions for an artillery strike, that's pretty damn cheap. That's a Panzerfaust being used here. Got a good shot in. Crew cap and find the Tiger. Able to have a strike being prepared here. I don't think the Soviets can hold this. Soviets are going to try and need to set up new howitzers at some point if they can afford it. Holding is going to be the big problem here. Able to have a strike come in now. Just quickly evacuating the area. That's why the trenches there to help back from the naval effort. Panzer tank now coming up behind for the Germans. Not looking good for the Soviet Union.
Lost one of our armored vehicles.
Shock troops is moving up for some kind of another push. The desperate repair seems to have worked out for the Soviets this time. You'll probably get the repair team upgrade for them if you can afford it. It's a pretty damn good upgrade for the sappers. Really improves their repair speed. Shock troop is going to head northwards. Might be risky, there is a Panzer IV. Stormtrooper's got some sights on them though. DPMs is just suppressing the Stormtroopers even at range here. Not looking good for the Soviet Union. Here comes the Panzer Grenadiers at the Hitler Youth. Laying down some suppressive fire. Able to support their Tigers. Need the Germans on the advance. AC-100 hit, but did not penetrate. Panzer Grenadiers on the move, advancing. And the Tiger tanks to support them is pretty nice. Fortified man posting now, fortified territory point. The British got some. Oh, that was a very good shot from the AC-100 somehow. Tigers advancing though. British trying to get in the flank here. They're slowly being suppressed by the machine gun fire. 100 got a good sight here on the Tiger. We'll go for to take the shot. Takes out one Tiger there. Hey, so you need to be careful of the AC-100. The AC-100 is very scary. Yeah, Panzerjäger is a really strong commander actually. I imagine they are having some issues dealing with it. Like, Panzerjäger has a lot of good options with the Sturmgewehrs, the Dark Tiger, and just a very good Panzer Grenadiers. Like, lots of good variety for them to have. And of course, they can get the cheaper Grenadiers as well if they need cheaper men. Just a very efficient commander, to be honest. Just lacks in good ability options, like commander options, I think. Should get some Luftwaffe support, but I don't really think the German Luftwaffe support is that strong. That Jagdtiger can do a lot of things. The Soviets on the southern flank are having issues. They're quickly getting more Siberians in. Work extra hard to try and push the Germans back out. Now the Germans are just outside the base now with trenches to work with. Full Sturmgewehr loads out as well for the Panzer Grenadiers. One of the officers having an MP40. Artillery going in on the Soviets. You just cannot hold that position. And more light artillery going in. That is kind of the useful thing of the Rüstungsführer. As I said, it's a very cheap ability and very quick to call in. Sure, it can easily be easy dodged and might not do that much damage, but it can come in a pinch. IS-2's on the flank here. Oh, I don't think the Germans are prepared to stop this. The Tiger Tank and the Panther so far failing. Both popped there by the Tiger. Panther now being targeted down. Now gets taken out. Like Eric at the top calls to GG. I guess Eric is just out of stuff. Yeah, it looks like Eric is out of stuff. Really tacked up to the final T anyway, either by the looks of it. Germans are just getting more troops down the field to secure the northern flank. After they lost those howitzers, I feel that was kind of the big turning point for the Germans here. Jagdtiger's down here. Trying to do some attack grounding here. Erica even leaves. That's unfortunate. How long can the other Soviets keep this fight going is the question. Obviously a fight that's over at this point, but I guess the Soviets are just being tenacious. The Arctic is actually in trouble because the SU-100 got some good shots in, even if it was just deflection damage. Oh god! Oh my god! That shot on SU-100! But the Germans have pushed through it along most of the front. What can the Soviets do to turn this around? I don't think they can, but they are certainly going to be making it hard for the Germans to win. Those SU-100s, those are dangerous. That's for the assault here. Gets taken out. That hand crank the Panzer IV J turret is really showing its disadvantage here. You have to turn the turret by hand crank, that is certainly a problem. A Jagdtiger nearby, got a good deflection shot there. Speed round failed to penetrate. It gets cleared out by the Jagdtiger. The Germans are just moving up along the front line. Another IS-2 gets cleared out. Of course, the Erica's AI is going to cheat and just call units in for free for the most part. Let's try to speed up time. Oh, the Germans captured the B4. They're turning on the base. Oh my god, they're turning it on the base. But the shock troop is going to prevent that from happening. At least attempt to? I think they'll stop it. Yeah, because a B4 flying straight into the base is certainly bad. Soviet AI is trying to get some ground back up here, and it is certainly attempting it. At this point, I feel the Soviets could safely surrender. So not a lot is happening at the moment. Just the Soviets are trying to get some ground back. Which was on the move though. Oh, Germans captured the IS. That's not gonna last for long, I think. Got a good shot at the shock troopers though. And SU-100 takes out the captured IS. Guess the Soviets are just gonna not give up at the moment. This is practically, this fight is over, obviously. Guess they just don't want to give up. Being very Soviet of them. We got lots more panzers around here now. Ostwinds as well. Just try and clear out all the infantry and the bases. Speed up time again. It really is that SU-100 that's just keeping the Soviets in the game at the moment. They also captured the Tiger. They captured the Tiger? Panzerfaust clears it out though, but it can be recaptured again. Now there's the Jagdtiger though. SU-100 got a good shot though. IS-2 goes in the assault. Easily deal with Ostwinds. Ostwinds are not going to be much of a threat. We'll have another Yakti coming up on the flank here. Just need to sight on it. I think they do. But they got dazed thanks to the AC-100 hitting them. Probably putting a terrible ringing inside that vehicle. Double Tiger on the move again. Now a third Tiger has been recaptured here. That's 3 Tiger tanks. That's a lot of Tiger tank. Don't think it's gonna make it. Nope, gets cleared out again. That Tiger tank just keeps getting cleared out. Because I think they did change how the clearing out works, so it happens a lot more frequently. Depending on the round being used. Tiger upon Tiger upon Tiger. Well, good high explosive there, even though we didn't see the effect. Did see the jipping though. Nice, took a signal, but then finally the Tiger also gets taken out. Here comes the Ostwinds and Panzerforce to the base. And this is not something the Soviets can just stop. The Ostwinds are like a perfect counter to the shock troopers, I think. Or just infantry in general because of their big flak, the flak 3.7 centimeter. Just wrecking into infantry, as you can see. Like, really, the Soviets are just surrendered at this point. Their command is actually just to stop, want to give up. It really is over at this point. But SU-100 is getting a lot of kills. That's your emergency 5 crew inside it. And then look at the deflection damage it does to the Yakti when it hits them. I guess it's because the shell is that big. But like, the fight really is over. So shame in surrendering at this point. Just in my opinion. But I guess they just want to fight to the end. How long will they be able to have that spirit? Here comes the next wave of German vehicles. Just want to end that base as quickly as possible. The Ostwinds are good at doing that. Ah, they surrender fine. Well, this was quite the game. A lot of tank action. I hope you'll enjoy it. And see you next one. Bye bye.